Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Juwan, your accountability partner. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. Y'all, I was talking to my bonus mother a couple days ago, and we talked about the importance of having content pillars and specifically identifying what your content pillars were. And, she did an analysis of my social media accounts, and what she came up with was the fact that most of my content, at least initially, was given more fitness heavy content, and basically given like trying to be a personal fitness coach, things of that sort. And now, don't get me wrong, while fitness has been the foundation, or one of the foundations that have basically springboarded me into various other topics, fitness is not all that I am about. And at one point I thought that because I had the results in the gym, because I was eating healthier options, I genuinely and sincerely wanted to help people on their fitness journey. But I put myself out there at one point as a fitness coach, and what I realized, even though I did enjoy it a little bit, I realized that I'm more than just a fitness coach, and I don't want to put myself in any particular box, right, and limit myself. And so when I went back and took her feedback and started to be a little more reflective and did some self-analysis of what I'm really trying to get folks to understand that come across my videos, is that I simply want to help other young professionals, and if you want to be very specific, between the ages of 18 and 35, early stage professionals. I want to be there for them to help them walk in what they believe their purpose is, or in other words, discovering their purpose, because I believe that God has created all of us with a unique and defined purpose. But I feel like because there's so much noise in the world, so many different opinions, so many different persuasions, if you will, so much content out there in the universe, that it can be very overwhelming to figure out, on top of peer pressure, right, what it is that you're called to do. And a lot of us are not necessarily walking in the reason for why we believe that we were born, because of the limitations that we put on ourselves, because of the limitations that others put on us, that ultimately get into our internal, and we start thinking that we can't do it. And then a lot of us, it's because we don't know where to go, or we just don't have the faith to believe that we can accomplish, simply put, our wildest dreams. And I refuse to believe just that. And so how do I help other young professionals? I help other young professionals through my content creation, because I'm taking you all on a journey, right? I don't have everything put together and figured out just yet. But what I'm showing you through the different transformations that I had, whether it be physical or mental, whether it be me, being in civic engagement, whether it be me doing my military service, whether it be me doing my fitness content, you're starting to see, I hope, how all of these different spaces, public speaking that I do, all these different spaces at some point are going to work together. And it's showing that you can be versatile in what you do and don't necessarily have to limit yourself to one particular thing. But the overarching message for this video is that you can never go wrong, in my book, for going out and at least trying and going after some of the things that you believe that you were called to do. A lot of people are afraid of failure. They're afraid of embarrassment. They're afraid. And so they don't even attempt to figure out why they were created, because of that embarrassment or because of the fear of failure. Me, I told you guys in countless other videos, I have failed several times, had so many different professional setbacks, whether it be working for elected officials that have run for office and it didn't work out, so then I was out of a job, whether it was my experience, at least the first time, right? Not saying that it's permanent, because I could always go back at some point, but whether it be me messing up during the emergency vehicle operations course in police academy, which stopped me from being able to finish the rest of the program, to working at Outback, UPS, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wise Market, security at Target, going around and talking to people, trying to get donations a couple years ago at Golden Corral. Like, I have all these different experiences, working overnight, working during the day, working through the night. Like, I have all these different experiences, and I know that God is ultimately using these. He's going to, at some point, put all these experiences together so that I can use it to continue to help myself, but then also help other people. And so, even if somebody tells me I can't do something, or even if somebody says, well, they don't understand from a humanistic perspective how I'm going to accomplish all the things that they can't see, I must be crazy, because I know at some point, and I strongly believe, even on my worst days, that even when people question what I'm doing, I can see the vision of where I'm going. And at some point, I know that if I continue to be consistent, strategic to the best of my ability, continue to have that faith, I'm going to reach whatever that destination is. And that is the type of mentality that I hope to spread, right, to other young professionals that might feel like they're all over the place. So that's it for this video, y'all. Just want to let you know that I love you guys. Have a phenomenal day, and be safe, and we'll talk soon.